Hansel and Gretel's Desire. Adult Fairytale FFM Threesome Erotica. Written by Margot Devine. Narrated by Edie Olliver. Hansel and Gretel's Desire. Hansel and Gretel left their woodland retreat on another of their daily country walks. Since responding to a vacancy in the local newspaper, the pair of them had been living together, but neither of them had ever met their landlord or each other before moving in. With tranquil surroundings on their doorstep, the pair of them had quickly decided not to waste it. As such, they'd venture out daily to explore what their woodland retreat had to offer, taking in the flora and fauna of their fantasy-like world. That day was stranger than most. It started fine, as their walks always did, but when they took a fresh turn through a picturesque woodland glade, they found themselves on a different path entirely. "This is new, isn't it?" Gretel asked.
"I don't remember it, that's for sure."
Hansel looked back and forth along the trail. It didn't appear to be new, but in a month of walking neither of them had ever come across it before.
"It's too hard to miss,"
Hansel said. "Well, it couldn't have cropped up overnight."
"Strange."
Suddenly Hansel narrowed his eyes and looked to something glinting in the distance on the middle of the track.
"What's that?"
he said. "What?" Gretel said, and she followed his gaze. Her eyes caught the same shimmer as the sun bounced off the object. She moved forward in its direction, her brow furrowing as things turned stranger still. It appeared to be a metallic tube, rounded at one end and with a plastic base at the other.
"What is it?"
Hansel said, his hands on his hips as he stared down. Gretel turned to him with a knowing look and bulging eyes. Hansel bent to the ground to retrieve it, turning the cylinder in his fingers. He twisted the base and it began to vibrate in his hand.
"Oh,"
he said, spooked.
"It's a dildo."
"It's a vibrator," Gretel corrected, "and I'll take that." She picked it up carefully and dusted it off, sliding it down into the back pocket of her jean shorts. Hansel looked aghast. "What?" Gretel shrugged. "It gets lonely out here." Hansel swallowed nervously. Since moving in, he couldn't help but look at his housemate and wonder what it might be like to bed her. She was a bubbly, adventurous blonde who worked in marketing, and she looked to be in her early 20s. Like Hansel, she knew what she wanted, and sometimes it intimidated him. For his part, Hansel was a handsome, kind young man. He worked in woodland conservation, so the secluded house made sense. Gretel had told him that the hustle and bustle of the city got too much at times and that the woodland made for a nice escape for her. The two of them seemed star-crossed, but for whatever reason, the preceding month had been nothing but friendly platitudes interspersed with the occasional shower-room fantasy. Hansel didn't know it, but Gretel felt the same way about him as he did about her.
"Who do you suppose dropped it?"
Hansel said. "Don't worry, I'll make sure I clean it before I use it."
"You're going to use it?"
"Why else would I pick it up?" The pair of them found themselves walking along the mysterious track, and it wasn't long before another mysterious object twinkled in the distance.
"What's that now?"
Hansel said, pointing ahead. Gretel shielded her eyes to the sun and looked down the woodland path, spotting the glimmering object in the distance. It shone much brighter than the vibrator. She hurried towards it, and Hansel followed, watching her cutesy butt bounce in her jean shorts and eyeing the vibrator that he imagined her using back at theirs. "My gosh!" she cried, bending down to pick it up.
"What? What is it?"
"It's some kind of jewel."
"A jewel? Let me see."
Gretel turned, and Hansel saw the object in her hands. It had a flat, bejeweled base, and then a slender neck, followed by a wide body.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?